Hello and welcome to a bit of a more calm, sleepy stream. I'll be playing Oxygen Not Included. Not the calmest game, but it's fun and I had nothing better to do today. So the first step will be to choose which asteroid. I will not be going for the hardest ones as I'm not that good at the game. The ice one is fun, but it's a bit annoying, so I think I'll go with the Oceania. And then we'll have to go for a more fun world trait. I prefer the volcanic and geoactive, but I also like the frozen core, so I'll try to go for one that's both of those. Geodormant, that's not what we want. Pogfish, yes. It is indeed a pogfish moment. I do hope they haven't made it so that... Oh. Damn it, I skipped one that was actually quite good. I want geoactive first and foremost, as those give the best vents. Geoactive, frozen core. Frozen, no, geodormant. Frozen core, geoactive, and geodes. That's a good one. So I'll take this world. Now we'll soon be presented with the naming screen, so maybe I'll name... Yeah, I think I'll name some of the characters after who's ever watching the stream right now. So if you want the character named after you, just shout out, and first of all we have to get some good ones. Decrease the core is not good. This one... That is quite good actually. Yeah, you do be shouting, JC. So let's see. We would require a research one quite early, also a... Ooh. Air consumption rate is not good. We'll have to avoid that one. Okay, building. But a bin cheater, so I won't risk that. Oh wait, I can choose. Okay. Decreased science up. No, that's... Decreased science is really bad, as science is used to learn. Oh no. Please. That's going to be... construction... Let's hope for construction and... strength. Yeah, that one actually... This one can be you. So it's JC... I'll just copy it, that's a lot quicker actually. No, that's... Can't I just copy text? Yeah, okay, I can. There, that's you. And then we want a scientist. Increased excavation, decreased... Okay, yeah. Also destructive, that's terrible. Increased strength, but decreased. Now we need someone who can do excavation as well. Ish. Science excavation strength, bedside manner. But decreased calories I need. No fluorescent is terrible. Masterworks? That's hardly something we need for the start, and the decreased athletics is not good. Nami Masari. Harold? It's Pinch Eater, so I'm kinda picky when it comes to this, because at least in the beginning we risk a lot of stress, so I have to avoid all those that give stress. Science, excavation, construction, decreased machinery, and vomit. That's acceptable. Now the name for the place, let's call it Paradise in Hell. And I am just going to grab this one for myself. That's me now. Let's go. I've awoken at the target location, but colonization efforts have already hit a hitch. I was supposed to land on the planet's surface, but become trapped in many miles underground instead. Although the conditions are not ideal, it's imperative that I establish a colony here and begin mounting efforts to escape. So that's the simple and quick backstory. Now we need to expand. I have a standard size for all the rooms I build, being 12 long and 4 high, at least in the main area. Then we have rows of 3 going on either side, allowing for quick traversal. Yep. So we'll have to... it's a lot of mining that will be done now. Also remove these ones. Duplicate temperature. Ah yeah. On the previous world I worked on, it was just cold all around. Now I'm actually going to have to worry about the temperature. It should be fine, probably. Okay, outhouse. 2 outhouses, and I'm going to need to mine all of this in order to put in the wash basins, unfortunately. Pitcher pump here. Let's have a slightly higher priority on the bathroom stuff. Also, I can probably take it at least at 2's time. There isn't that many problems to begin with, we should be fine. Now in this game there are generally 2 things that you immediately risk running into, and those are lack of oxygen and lack of food. Generally it's those 2 things you have to worry about. And at this point in the game, it's kinda both. Later on you might get a insane oxygen production but lack food, or as the problem I had with one of the newest updates, you can't just store food in a sterile atmosphere. You used to be able to do that. Now it has to be sterile and cold. At least negative 18 degrees in order to ensure that it doesn't go off. It's just a bit annoying. It takes a bit of time and effort to build a cooling system. our first animal a hatch. Okay, they are reaching their schedule. I'll make 2 schedules because at least with the system I'm using, it's wise that they are not overlapping. Also, you're going to have to dig that one. It's important that we ensure toilets and wash basins so that we do not spread the germs. It seems that the colonists are out of work. Also, one thing I did kinda neglect doing here, which is a bit of an issue, I forgot to give them beds. Now, we have a simple system set up, so we'll be able to... we should be able to survive the first 10 days of just this setup alone. Just need to get some more food. So which means I forgot to move them over to the new schedule. Anyways. With there only being 2 outhouses, it won't be an issue anyways, but okay. We'll need a mess hall, which I think we'll just have right below here. Just so they have a place to eat, and yep, their beds aren't done. Sorry. I'll also have to set up doors, because those shine bugs will be interrupting their sleep if they enter the rooms. Which is really annoying. And unfortunately I do not want to kill them, as they can be quite useful later. Same with the hatch, killing him for food is essentially the last thing I want to do. I want to farm them later on. Now... Now that I'm creating outhouses, I will need a compost pile later. Once I've researched it, that is. Okay. Clear out the room. You should never mine the oxalite tiles, as they are creating oxygen ever so slightly. And when you mine a tile, half of it is destroyed. So if I mine this oxalite, I would only get 60 kilograms, which is a net loss. Now I should quite quickly get into research. No. A manual generator and 2 batteries. Get these things done first. Those are the most important part. Okay, we have chlorine quite close. That's nice. I'll be using that later. We also have a gravitas area. Unfortunately, there's polluted oxygen and slime lung. Slime lung is apparently supposed to be not as dangerous as it used to be. It used to be downright lethal. But now it's only annoying. So, research. Basic farming, important. That will be our first source of oxygen. Yep. Finishing off the tiles will also allow this to become a room, giving us a morale bonus. Yep, a latrine. Is it on the food? No! Oh yeah, that's in a meal preparation. I should probably beeline for it straight away. A shine nymph egg. Polluted oxygen is breathable, but it gives a stress bone. It gives stress, so I need to avoid it. I can purify it later, but that is a bit of work. This being 12 mile will... The end of the room is here. Okay, good. And again, I forgot to move their schedules, but not really an issue. For now, at least. I think... How should I do this? I'll have to move the outhouse back if I'm going to add another wash basin. Without another wash basin, there is really no point in having another outhouse. So I'm going to have to be careful with that. I have the algae terrarium. So I think what I did last time, at least towards the end, was to set up a specified room where I also had shiny bugs, because they give an increased bonus in the production. First research is complete, yeah. I kinda noticed that, but... How should I do this then? My intention is to have a larger room down here that we just fill with polluted water and or other compost and polluted dirt. But that would take some space in order to make a door, which would mean that I wouldn't be able to have 3 wash basins or 3 outhouses. I'm also, at a later point, going to add what's called a water lock between this room and the next, because here I will have the water purifying room, which will be filled solely with chlorine. You're out of work. Dig this. This is a surprising change. In the other game I currently have running, there's always too much work for them to do. It's nice that they actually don't have enough to do. The mealwood works between 10 and 30 degrees. The coldest area of... Okay, it seems like the middle is the coldest. I'm going to have to aim towards cooling down my base quite soon then. More research. Let's go for this one. Actually, no, that was only... Yeah, heat production is the only thing affected by that. The power leak is still the same. But it's still nice to have 2 batteries in one. Okay, our first printable. Now we get to choose between the care package and more duplicates. I wouldn't usually go with an extra duplicate this early on in the game, as it usually just... it's more work for the colony. I need more food, need more oxygen, and I'd like to stabilize all that before I get another one. This area should be okay. So I'll have some plants here in order to get more food. But food storage. In order to do food storage, I'll need the ventilation, but I'll take plumbing as that's quite important for the second part. The massive storage room. I'll have the I'll have it be 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This will also allow the chlorine to actually seep into the room quite easily. This one is also going to be 12 across. Oh, shit. That's not good. Digging 12 across will hit the slime, which is laden with slime lang. What's the best idea to counteract that? If I fill this room with chlorine, I believe I might be able to take out slime lang. Then I'll have to put up a water lock quite quickly. But the water lock is also impossible at this point, unfortunately. No, not now. As part of the requirements of a water lock is 2 different liquids. I only have 1 currently. We have salt water up here, so I could potentially make my way up there to get it. That might be the best solution. Strictly. So that will be up here and in there. But I'll focus on the research for now. We have enough food for 8 more cycles. That'll give us some time. Making a carbon dioxide trap would be nice early on. That would allow us to store the food in at least a sterile atmosphere. As we see that it's losing quite a lot. This area will not be a carbon trap, this will be where I build. I think I will not make it as deep as I had last time. And I think I'll make it open. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, I have mess tables. If you make them, you'll at least have a nice place to sit. We'll also need algae terrariums at a point, but as long as the oxalite is here, that is not a necessity in and of itself. Ah, I have moron. Unfortunately, the duplicants aren't all that smart, so they often get themselves stuck in places like that. Yeah, some water. Oh. Just destroy these. There we go. We can rebuild that. And they have lucky escaped, so they shouldn't be trapped in the blocks. Are they? Yeah, they seem to be eating all the meal lice. Hard digging. They finished ventilation. Sanitation is important, but that also needs distillation. I think I'll just take advanced research. I will need it at some point anyways. For further another hole in the room. What is the... Okay, it's the granite, which is the problem. There is no way around the granite. We'll need another skill point before that happens then. These ones. This room will be 4 tile 4. This will be the place where I keep all the food. So first step will just be to make a simple carbon trap to keep the ration box in. And then later on I'll work on cooling the place. But that later on will probably be quite late, as that requires petroleum, at least the system I used. I'll give this slightly higher priority. Hang on. You know that carbon trap will be quite deep. And it seems to already be filling. So that's great. Now... I'll focus on a plant-based diet to begin with. I think that'll be easier. And then later on I'll go for the meat-based. As soon as I've set up a proper cooling system, because once I start getting actual meat, I want it to last as long as possible, possibly indefinitely. That'll make sure that I don't run out of food. The oxygen room. I guess I'll just make it here to have it seen, have it done. That will also require you to dig in here. And okay, I have around 2 cycles to get it done before these eggs hatch. Seems about right. The water storage is here, improved plumbing. That is an essential part. Because the way the water purification area is supposed to work, I have the 2 water sieves on top. They purify polluted water into regular water. It is then ran through a series of tanks, which will be submerged in chlorine. And the chlorine will ensure that all of the germs on the water will perish. And thus give me clean drinking water on the way out. And JC earned a skill point. Okay, duplicate morale. Don't need a video on it. Build the supercomputer. Hook it up to the power system, and then we can actually do some more research. Focus on supercomputer. Okay. Actually, they need this room done by tomorrow. This one will contain shiny nymph eggs. And where was the third egg? There's 2 units, one of them hatched. Actually, no, there are only 2 shine eggs. There were 2 to begin with. Why did I think there were 3? Oh no. JC's stuck. That should give you the sandstone to finish up the roofing. Never mind. There. As soon as they deliver the eggs, you have to be careful with these duplicants because they have the unfortunate issue of whenever there is a change, they just drop everything they're holding. And if someone finishes research, stop holding it. If suddenly it's lunchtime, drop everything in their hands. They're not that smart, unfortunately. Also, is it... Grab this one, please. Oh, it's out of reach. Oh, okay. That explains it. What do you mean? Ah, yeah, there isn't enough work for you. Ugh. If I just dig it out like that, the hatch is going to die, so I will not. Need to keep him alive so that I can harvest him for food later. All of the hatches are just allowed to walk around. One day they will become breeding studs, and I will use them to get more food. Their lineage will be my dinner. Okay. All put it to 9 priority so that they always fill it up, and once the day starts, we empty it. Okay. They have moved everything and I'm out of calories, so no. The dusk cap up. A cool steam vent. Okay, there we have at least our infinite water source. Unfortunately, it's killing the Fimbulreed. now... Well, at least the hatch won't die right there. But it's going to have a bit of a fall. Wait. Where did the hatch go? Okay. It just disappeared, I guess. Guess that happens. But with this area currently out of... Oh! Skill points. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the research. And you're going critter ranching, so... Oh, research. I have to get more research done. Straight to distillation. Now I need to decide how I'm going to work this into a food system later on. Or a cooling system. A simple possibility would be to have airflow tiles going here, hooking up to 2 rows of boxes. But then the boxes have to be up here, which wouldn't work. So I might have to have another room under here, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go for that. So that I'll drain all the gases out from beneath and then fill him in also from beneath. And I'll most likely use hydrogen as it's a sterile gas and it's excellent at carrying heat. Meaning it will be able to cool down the insides of the box quickly. And yeah, buffoon JC, you dropped the Macroot. Jesus. Okay. Let's just get things going. This was supposed to be the compost pile room. And also the pitcher pipe. I'm going to have to be careful now with this system, as it's quite easy to overflow. There will be a manual airlock to avoid too much polluted oxygen from exiting. Then I will go on to researching deodorizers and set up the compost piles. Where were they again? Refinement. 2 should be enough for now. Ah, it's... Yeah, you gotta empty this one. We're seeing more water reeds. Water reeds are quite nice for late game food, but it is really late game, unless you're good at the game. Actually, no, it's mid game. You just need access to bleach, stones, and the water. I believe so. Domestication, bleach, stone, and salt water. There are saltwater vents, if I have anyone on the map, but... My main goal will be to have a system that is completely... what is it called again? I can't think of the word, but I want the system to be able to run indefinitely without any changes. Which could take some time. Breathability is still at 100%. Shiny pigs. You need to be careful with placing eggs into storage boxes as they lose viability. And once they reach 0, produce raw egg and eggshell, and I lose the shiny nymphs. But now I can go on to creating 6 algae terrariums. I believe that should be enough. Although, I'll have to work on improved plumbing straight after, essentially. For now it will be... I'll have to excavate this place, place down the tanks, and then pass the purified water, which... Problem with the algae terrariums, they create polluted water, which I then have to sieve. Which takes energy, time, and... in this scenario, space, which I do not have a lot of. The problem with my designs is that I seldom want them to change. I don't want to build this area and then destroy it and rebuild it later on. Which means that everything I build have to be set on being permanent. Which they might not be. I'll have to figure out a way to avoid that for later. Well, once the shiny nymph eggs hatches at least, I'll get 4 extra grams of oxygen per second. Those small numbers really add up sometimes. But I'm also going to have to create a water lock. Oops. Open up this path. I want to harvest every single wild plant should be harvested. That allows me more or less. It's not stable, but it allows me to get food, which I need. Okay, they seem to be not dealing too well with the length of their downtime, so I'll give them some more. It'll also make them a little more happy. Right, that's enough water. Trying to remember what kind of liquids I tend to have access to this early in the game. And I think it's just polluted water and regular water. Potentially salt and saltwater and brine if I get it out of the printing pod, but that's not too likely. Oh. That's right. Records are luckily inspoilable. They last forever, granted that, yeah, they last forever. So I just have to... Those should probably just lie around as a backup food. Should try to find something else to eat before those. Harvest ready? Well then just dig on straight through. Also, sweep the shining. There we have them. The small shine nymphs that will ensure my oxygen production works. Oh no. Okay, I'm barely below what we're using. I think I'll survive that, shouldn't be a problem. The meal lights doesn't last forever, however, so please pick it up. There's more salt water up here, too far away. Let's hope for Saltwater O'Brien on the next print. We have researched it, so I'll place the water seeds here. No, not portable gas. Improved plumbing. That's next on the agenda. They are 3 tall. 3 rows of tanks. Hey ho, what are you... Oh, on the right, this will be my... what is it called again? Purification room, essentially. I'll be pumping in freshly cleaned water, and after filling this room with chlorine, I'll be able to kill off all the germs on it, allowing me to get safe water, which I can then put into showers, latrines, and a sink. Also, I'll be able to just put up a... I'll just also be able to pump it out into a small capsule and just use a pitcher pump to take it from there. Yeah, it's one of the other... It's one of the main systems that I essentially try to build in every single colony. It's also not that difficult to make, although with this slime it could be a bit more difficult this time. Up, they are... No, they're socializing, they're not... Oh, they are at the work, okay. Eesh. I could potentially just plan for a wild park already. Probably not a dumb idea. Would mean it would intersect with the water basin, but I can avoid it. A simple... This... Let's see. I haven't unlocked the park yet, so I'll have to do that also, but using the pips to plant wild seeds is a good idea, because given that the circumstances are right for them to grow, they'll produce free resources that just take a little longer. Which, at least in early game, is really strong. That is essentially what I want to happen with the water weeds. Although it takes 4 times as long to actually get anything done. So I'll have to use regular growths as well. Slightly less. So another algae terrarium should cover that, but... hang on. Decontamination, I need it. I need to set up a system for purifying the polluted oxygen that will inevitably arrive here, as I won't be able to take all of the polluted water into the system right away. Okay, I'll have to rework the system somehow. I think I can do this. This area will be unused anyways. And now... send a liquid pipe up here. Output pipe will just go down here. And... did I research it? Ah, no, I didn't finish it. I forgot about that. Well, this decontamination will be more important for this, as we are already polluting the air. Eesh. When's the next skill coming along? Quite a while. We can this one chlorine bit will not be enough for the entire system most likely, so I'll need both of them. Although with the heat... come to think of it, there isn't anything in there that should produce large amounts of heat. So, no, the chlorine gas in itself shouldn't be a problem. The main system will be 37 degrees anyways, considering the temperature from the latrines. Set up a... get the odorizers, they should take this remaining oxygen production, surprisingly. And then I should aim towards food production soon. I surprisingly stayed about even on the amount of calories available. So they are more or less consuming as much as we find or harvest. Okay. We also have two Pakus here. I've never actually been able to properly use these guys for food. What is it they eat again? Live on... algae seeds or... Wait, that's it? Okay, the last one creates polluted dirt. Wait, everyone creates polluted dirt. Oh, okay, now I remember. These guys create polluted dirt whilst... have I seen them? No. There are some creatures up here in the salt, in the sea area, that uses polluted dirt and creates sand. So those two together would work quite nice. Which achievement this time? Construct a building outside the initial starting biome. I am working into the slime biome. But unfortunately, with the granite in the way, they aren't able to do much. Next duplicate skill has to go into that. Okay. Set up these deodorizers. Set up one in. Let's assume that this area will be self-sufficient in oxygen. Yeah, finish up these wires and I'm going to have to find a way to clean the polluted oxygen that's already escaped the area. As if I understand it correctly, the moment they inhale polluted oxygen, they start using more oxygen in general. But now we will slowly but surely get rid of at least the polluted oxygen in here. It shouldn't be able to leave the room. I'll plan a pitcher pump for when we get to it. There is also an area up here. Are there any Gravitas areas close that aren't too risky to get to? This one seems the least risky. We could just block off this area and walk in. Nope, no slime bug. Okay. Oh, another problem with the Now that's not as much of a problem, but I find it kinda strange. The polluted water, when we get it back, there's less polluted water than we gave regular water. And then when we get the polluted water, it starts emitting polluted oxygen, which reduces its overall mass. So polluted water is essentially a way to get oxygen from regular water. But I believe that isn't without any drawbacks. Now technically there is already a vacuum here, so maybe we could actually no. No, it won't matter anyways. Now I guess we could start mining up this area, just avoiding the slime ring. Also the abyss light will be a problem. We'll set up a gas pump up here. Then we'll just flush all the oxygen out. Oh. Finish off the wall. You're mining that from the inside. They clearly don't understand what they're doing. Okay. Once they've finished the wall and the floor here, we'll be able to start dumping the polluted water. I'm trying to think of if there's any early game heat deletion available. But apart from the wart seeds, I don't think there is any. No. Once I get the... what's it called again? Oxygen production using the Rodriguez setup. That's going to give me some heat deletion. But before I reach that point, I need proper access to water, which I don't currently have. How long till another duplicate skill? A little while. Let's finish off the improved plumbing one, so that we can actually plan out the tank layout. Just remembered. I don't really want them to be able to breathe too much in there at all, because they create carbon dioxide, and unfortunately carbon dioxide is heavier than chlorine, meaning that it's going to be more difficult to pump out. A pipsqueak, or I think we're at the point where we could potentially take in another duplicate. So let's see if any of these are good. I don't know what Banshee does actually. Not being able to do digging errands is a bit problematic. Having decreased science, that's a no-go. Lindsay is too much all around it, I think. So no, the Pipsqueak will be it for now. Get the cupboard up and running so that we can store the Pipsqueak eggs for the park. Teenager sidling. Did we not research the water cooler? That should go in the mess hall. Yeah, this one can now start deposing polluted water. Due to the pressure it's going to exert on the system, I'm going to add a switch to the pump. Okay, skill points are necessary for the... I guess I can... It should be possible to work around the fact that there is Slimelung here. I could just avoid digging it. I'm trying to remember the exact size of the system. Like, the system, it can be expanded later. And I can find ways to remove the slime and polluted water without risking the overall structure. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now I've got the digging skill, so we might actually be able to get something done later. Although giving it to me was probably the worst idea, as I'm busy doing science. But this one will contain Pipsqueak Pip eggs. So sweep them. Sweeping them at a 9 priority was probably unnecessary. There they are. Now I'll have to figure out what kinds of plants I want in there. Mealwood is easy, I think. Bristle blossoms would require sun. No shine nymphs, I do not have that. So mealwood are probably the go-to one. Okay, research is done for the tanks, good. They require so much metal ore. But 4 tanks on each level with only... it's only 3 here. I'll be able to expand that later, that shouldn't be a problem. But no, this is quite... For now it's going to... It's probably going to be possible to avoid the slime area. And once the chlorine gas is in full use, it should be able to take out the Slimelung, especially if I mine it. It's possible I should think of food production now. Take out this one and where it's under food. Create these farm tiles and do this. This area I think I will let stay for another wild natural park. Okay, I should put another deodorizer over here. Default schedule has downtime now, meaning that Catalina will be back to work soon. Going good so far. These pips will... Okay, 80 divided by 5, that's... 2 times 16. 16 cycles till these hatch. And as I haven't researched animal husbandry yet, or as it's actually called ranching, I won't be able to just move the pip that... Where did it go? I mean, I had a pip, didn't I? Actually, it's night, it might be sleeping. Hiding behind some debris or something. Should start... Ah, there it is. Okay. Once we've finished researching ranching, we will be able to just move that little critter straight up and get some work done. I'll prioritize all of this. No, JC earned a skill point. Let's put that into... It's between construction and carrying. Having a carrying capacity is overall really nice. The pipe blocked. Gee, I wonder why. I have a limited access to metals, so this will give me more. Whether it will be enough or not is unsure. Can't place it there because that seals the polluted water. But no, at least in the beginning this will be enough. Like 3, 3 and 2. Like once the system is stable, just having 3 should be more than enough. Yep, that's annoying. Okay, yep, they have no... And none of them are focusing on running, because there is work to be done elsewhere. There are 11 tiles. There will be 10 tiles in here, so 10 mealwood seeds will be necessary for that tree, for the pip. Liquid reservoir. Set up the pipes. Now down. Up. It will be down. here. Up, down. Work around the... Here. Place a liquid bridge and then we should be able to just run it up and run it out. I'll have the output pipe going up and the input pipe going down. Or output at top, input at the bottom. Although all the pipes outside is going to be a 4 priority, focus on everything else first. 6 priority. Give me meal ice. And also I need more ore. Not used to having a lack of metal. It is generally so abundant. So just remove this and we should have enough. What is the... 22 to 37. Okay. Reed fiber is quite important for paintings and clothing later on, so I'll need more of that. But having a stable source is expensive, as it said, 160 polluted water per cycle. That means 320 for one reed fiber, and if I remember correctly, I could expect around 300 kilograms of water per cycle in just oxygen production. So it's expensive. And now this one is overfilling a bit. Maybe someone should run the treadmill. Actually, run the treadmill, please. Polluted oxygen is spreading too much. Should I start yelling at them to actually finish this? That is the question. Like for now, the system that they are using beyond what the wash bins are creating, there isn't really any production of food poisoning germs, although it's creating a lot in this one. That's a problem. This is up and running. We have extra copper now. Nice. Create the microbusher. And then I want you to prioritize using the meal ice for... I don't remember the name. Was it lice bars? Doesn't exactly sound appetizing, but that's what you have. Yep. Everything... For now everything is calm, everything seems to be going fine. Hopefully I won't have to force them into doing stuff, because once that happens they tend to be a bit upset. Once I start shouting at them to finish something. Lysloaf, that was the name. Make as much as possible. And yeah. Okay, is there anything nice? Athletics, green thumb. I don't... Binge eater, that's bad. So is destructive. Increased decor. Machinery but cannot do building errands. Not really that necessary just yet. I think the oxygen will be it for now. Well... This one just set it to also contain mealwood seeds. Slightly higher storage. Yeah. Some of them for... Why is there so little water? Oh no, wait. No, wait, no. With the fact that it didn't require as much, we kinda don't need to add salt water. No, just focus on constructing the important facets of this area. Which is, I mean, essentially all of it. All of it except for the second water seed. Oh yeah, I was researching ranching. That means you can get your job. Congratulations. Create a critter drop-off. Then set it to high priority and pipsqueaks. And then catch it. Quickly. Science. Annoying. Problem with the critters is that if they... I swear to... Your fault, Catalina. You're going to save that pipsqueak. Quickly. Also, I'll just set in this one to yellow alert as well, so that they know that they're digging down in order to pick up the pipsqueak. Save it. Good man, Yesa. Good man. Now you can get to working. Now this area is slowly filling up with oxygen. I think I'll let this be undug to begin with, just in case it starts giving off something. I kinda don't want to destroy the oxalite, but I need it gone before I'm able to import the chlorine. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that. Polluted water. Have it dumped. Oh wait, are they complaining that it's cold in there? Seriously? Oh no, the water's cold. That is understandable. Yeah, destroy this. Yeah, this one might not do anything until it grows up into a regular pip. Create these ones just to have a place to store the seeds. I'll have to research agriculture for the park sign. I think I'll wait with that. Now we need to have this set up. This. Yeah, I'll make sure that the area is next to completely drained of oxygen before I import the chlorine. Because it is acceptable that there is like a slight layer of oxygen at the top. That is not a problem. But there can't be more than that, and there definitely can't be any carbon dioxide. Because carbon dioxide will just lump up at the bottom and become a mess. You know, the oxalate is just in the way. Remove it. Insufficient oxygen generation? Nah, don't worry. It's all under control. If that isn't popping up at least every so often, then you're doing something wrong. Because what I've realized is that once you start producing more oxygen than you really need, you'll start to fill up the base, and then all of a sudden it can't fill in every tile, because these regular gas vents can only output to a maximum of 2 kilograms. And if there's more, well then it won't output anymore, and it'll complain that it's full. And if you hook it up, if that's hooked up to the oxygen generator, then it won't produce more oxygen, and then even though it says that it didn't produce enough, it might just be because you filled up too much and it couldn't produce anymore. So it doesn't... Oops. I mean, it's not a huge issue, just this will be slowly draining out the oxygen, I mean, it is what I want. It's fine. I'll let the holes in the bottom stay open a little while, so that we'll be able to let the carbon dioxide sink to the bottom. Rotten meal lice, you can just compost it. I don't want it. Now, plumbing and ventilation, don't need that. Scheduling, don't need that. Well, as you're seeing, it is reaching overpressure. Kind of surprising, honestly. Actually, I'm going to have to remove that. Oh, no. Look, that's annoying. Creature metabolism. Is it still going to lay eggs? I'm not sure it's going to do that. That's a shame. Anyways, inspect. There is little lore in this for us. Call me. Dear colleagues, friends and community members, after 9 deeply fulfilling years as editor of the STEM Scoop, I am stepping down to spend more time with my family. Please give a warm welcome to Dorian Hurst, who will be taking over editorial management duties effective immediately. All the best, Quinn Kelly. To all the way from Kilkenny. I don't know how you pulled it off, but Stern's office just called the paper and granted me an exclusive and a tour of the Gravitas facility. I owe you a beer. No, a case of beer. 6 cases of beer. Seriously, thank you. I know you're in a difficult position, but you've done the right thing. See you on Tuesday. I waited at the fountain for hours. Where were you? This story is going to be huge. Call me. Doctor, I'm sorry. I know ambushing you at your home last night was a bad idea, but something is happening at Gravitas and people need to know. Please call me. Ooh, lore. What is happening at Gravitas? It's a sim? Or is this 2 that I just got together? Strange. Didn't even finish the job. RIP. I can live without having oxygen production for a little while. There is a bit of oxygen all around, and looking at them, when it was producing at max, it was producing more. Problem is, when it wasn't producing, it was producing less. It's been producing for a while. This is actually a problem. Let's make sure they actually focus on that one as well. Inoculants, okay. Air consumption rate plus 30 grams per second. Ugh. You don't want it. And here, put the seed. Not mealwood, but briar seed. Thanks. Now the Pip can plant mealwood as much as he wants. And we're getting meal ice, actually. Hopefully they'll eat the meal ice though, because that doesn't last forever. Oh, athletic skill. Oh, I'll need to find a way to make sure all of them gain more athletic skill, because that is vital to being able to move around. Because if I understand the athletic skills properly, it's that each athletic skill is 10% extra speed. Which is amazing. Okay, the gas vent overpressure is being annoying at this point. Can I do something about it? Alternatively, can you guys remove these and block up this? No, this is going to take forever, isn't it? I mean, a possibility is just to extend the gas pipe so that it drops the oxygen over here. Once they're finished harvesting the meal lice. You know what, so far this seems to be quite a stable little home. Although I'm not entirely... I believe there is a achievement for only living off of vegetables for the first what is it, 50 cycles? I kind of want to do that, but that will also mean that the meat will probably rot, which is a shame. Okay, reduce the... you don't need to always fill it up. Okay. How much food... okay, we get 500 extra calories. It's decent. And I mean, in comparison, that's a little under 50% increase. Okay, creativity and husband. I don't need another husbandry really. And especially not a biohazardous one. Don't really want to decrease excavation. Yeah, no, none of these are good enough. I'm quite picky when it comes to what duplicants I want, so might be a while before we get an extra one. We should have enough copper, shouldn't we? Why aren't they... You haven't planted anything yet, have you? No. Probably should get on that. Should we increase the priority ever so slightly on this? I want it done. Because we are filling up on polluted oxygen. No, polluted water. And also you should work here while there's still, you know, oxygen to breathe. Okay, having the manual airlock seems kinda useless now. No, a 60 construction, not 7. The long commutes thing is like... I always get it. I don't really know how to do well at actually avoiding it. I guess the only way to avoid having long commutes is to have the duplicants live in the immediate area that they're working. Which, at least with the base design I tend to go for, is not possible. I hope Doctor isn't too cold, because I don't want them to get hypothermia. They complain it's cold, but unfortunately I don't care enough. Wait, raw egg? Why was that raw egg? No, wait. Oh, great. One of the Shime Nymph eggs probably got placed in the... Both of them got placed in, I believe. Okay, I hope that they haven't laid any eggs yet. Because if they have... I'm fucked. Shit. That's not good. Okay, they've laid a egg. Okay, now it's overcrowded, therefore they won't be laying any more eggs. That's not good either. Well, I won't be able to take that one, I don't need to. And carbon dioxide. When I dig up this one, I should probably just dig up this one straight down, dig up this one as well. Put as much of the chlorine in as possible. Ensure as much as possible. Because that's one thing I haven't exactly looked too much into. I don't know if the amount of chlorine is decisive for how many germs it kills, or whether just being in a pure chlorine environment is enough to kill it. Maybe I should look more into that. Okay, you're not allowed to eat meat. Although, checking the colony summary, is it possible to see if they've eaten meat already? Oh no, that's locavore. Ah no, hang on, I was wrong. There's nothing about not eating meat, it's about just living off what you find. Which I've already failed. Okay. Then we'll eat all the meat we find. Well. There isn't much carbon dioxide in here. That's good at least. Little by little we're expanding our empire. Not really an empire, but why? What else? This is a bit slight, it won't be able to mine that. Okay. They've soon built everything, just these two liquid reservoirs down here as well. And this time. All this plumbing is extra, so is this gas pipe. As long as they build these two. And there's water in it already. Oh, no, yeah, this has been running already. Okay. That's okay. The piss farm. We have created the piss farm. These haven't been set to 7, have they? Well, they are the highest priority. Although one thing is true, if I do flush this area with chlorine, even if I plug this to carbon dioxide, is more likely to just fall down. So yeah, plug this, and then we'll let the oxygen train. Now it's just a matter of time. Wait for it to drain completely or drain enough. I guess we can put... Oh, that's already at the 6 priority. I guess we also can turn off the shift alarms. I'm able to pay attention, I don't need to know. I don't need the game to tell me. That's also one thing should I give them private bedrooms later on? It's not something I tend to do, but... Should I be a little nicer to my poor duplicants this time? Because I could potentially just make a wall of bedrooms. And I might also make smaller bi-colonies around the place. Maybe one up at the space layer. That's something I can figure out later. The gems are dying due to the fact that they are liquid. But that's, of course, only free with a half-life of 20 cycles. I don't have that time. You dumbass. Went to pick up the water, just straight on dropped it. Ah. Yeah, once I get comfy beds, I think I'll make private bedrooms. Tropical fry? Ooh. Fancy. We witnessed the miracle of childbirth today. And it's a crit remorph, so we get the achievement. No, what was special about this one? Like, I think they eat mostly the same. So this is 30 to 80, comfortable. The regular one is, what is it? 0 to 60. And this one is what? Negative 35. Okay, so it's just the temperature at which they like to live. That can be useful. I managed to depressurize the oxygen to this room to the point that it's unbreathable. Perfect. Actually, the stairs might be inaccessible at this point. If I'll have to lower down one block. Now this game is all about thinking, all about planning. And that is why I love it so much. Okay. We'll do this strategic. We'll have to implement a cooling system at some point. I'll have to figure out exactly how I'll make that, but it'll most likely be based on the steam turbines. Which means it's a long way until that point, unfortunately. Up until that point, I'll just work on combating whatever heat production there is around the base. Like this one. Or KDTUs. Terrible. At this point, I don't really need to make this one. Because like any minute now, I'm just going to turn it off. I'm not going to... Actually, no. I will make a vacuum. Ah, great, polluted oxygen. I'll make a vacuum and try to make do with this chlorine. Yeah, printable. Let's see. Farming, excavation, aesthetic design, loud sleep. Loud sleep isn't really a problem once we get individual rooms for them, but now it's annoying. Decreased athletics, I don't really want that, and... Cannot do cooking errands. Kinda all around. No. No, I think we'll stick with the dirt this time. Down into the micrograms. Cycle 21. Let's check the report. Now we are actually making just about enough oxygen. We used slightly more power than we made more power than we used, lost some due to battery charge. 2 skill increases. None removed. Does that mean I just didn't use? No, it's skill levels, that has nothing to do with skill points. only 2 errands left of those I made yesterday. No, actually no. Yeah. Get on the wheel, JC. We've soon... Okay, now we need to start sweeping. Get the polluted water into the system. No, not the coal. There. The water sieve is working at full speed. Although that's one of the problems, we have 3 machines throwing a total of 600 watts, and poor JC is only able to produce 400. Well, it is what it is. We're getting close to filling the first liquid reservoir. Oh, that could be an issue. At some point I'll have to counteract the fact that... have I unlocked the latrines? Or lavatories, or whatever they're called, they create more water than they use. So I'm going to end up with an excess of water, which unless I find something else to use it on, I might fill up the system. That should not be a problem for the first time. At least if I hook this system back into the algae loop, then I'll run out quickly. For now I'll fuel the algae using the water sources. And we are... It's going to take a bit of time to actually get the vacuum, because unfortunately the vacuum needs to get about 0.10 micrograms before it turns into a vacuum. Now the vent isn't going to overpressure because it's barely outputting anything. And we're getting mealwood. Passive income. We all love it. The batteries ran out. I'll replace them with a larger battery. The jumbo battery is same price as 2. It has... oh wait, it has double the storage capacity of 2 batteries, whilst only having the same leak as 2 of them. It's quite... it's actually much better. Well... this is all going nominal. Although, when I run out of power, these deodorizers aren't working. So the polluted oxygen is actually getting a chance to spread. keep this one on. I need to see when they lay their eggs. Overcrowded. Quickly build up the jumbo battery. So didn't I ask you guys to deconstruct it? No. Get it up. Ah, we have the pufflets up and flying. The pufflets, they can be useful later on. There are two variants that I consider to be useful. It's the dense pufflet and I don't know if it's a hairy or whatever it's called. It's the dense and the squeaky. The squeaky one creates bleach stone, which I need for waterweed farming. And the dense one creates oxalite. And I will reach a point where I need oxalite. And then I'll reach a point where I need liquid oxygen. It's a whole pipeline there. Okay, it's purged all the oxygen, so now it's removing the carbon dioxide. You know what? No. I don't need to remove the carbon dioxide. Break freeze, free blocks. The carbon dioxide will condense into a single packet. Hopefully it will fall down here. Yeah. Unfortunately, the one able to do that job is running the treadmill. Ah, very well. Food safety? Oh, wait, I didn't know I can just directly compost an item by clicking on it. That's useful. And the water loop is filling up, so as soon as the chlorine is instated, it'll take maybe 1 or 2 cycles before it is pure enough to be sent back into the system. So overall, things are going quite good. Let's check shiny eggs. Can I get that graph up to a point where it's actually readable? Apparently not. I mean, what's the point of having these graphs if it's barely readable? Oh, it's going a little up and down. I mean, with the amount I have, it's just small fluctuations, I guess, but still with the units, I'd actually like to see when I lost it, when I gained it. I'd like to see a little more. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Each harvest gives me 600 You just can get a piece of paper and a pen. Every harvest of a mealwood gives me 600. Every harvest of a mealwood gives me 600 lice. I need 2 harvests for 1 lice loaf, which is then 1700 calories. And that would mean that on the top of my head this is suddenly being a bit too difficult math for me, but with regular, like just regular mealwood, that would mean just to get like an average I'd need, like with 12 mealwood I'd get about on average 1 every day. I believe that and in 4 days then it would take, I'd get 340. In 6 days I'd get 5100. So I'd need a little more than 10 wild mealwood in order to feed a single duplicate, so that's not as... I guess it's sustainable, but it's not practically doable. It's completely clear. I guess now that chlorine has been instated, it's time to clean up. Please don't get stuck in there. It takes too much time to get you out. Yeah. Damn it now. Please. Oh, you morons. It's just so lovely when the happy little duplicates just lock them inside a chlorine room. This room is pure chlorine now. Why is there... carbon... I didn't give the carbon dioxide time to leak out. It's fine. It's little enough that this is a problem. So hey, we finished the water treatment plant. Now we just have to finish up the outlets and the inlets. And actually research the lavatories. And once that's done, we'll have upgraded our... We'll have upgraded the bathroom. Now why is there... Sweep the polluted water. Okay. Ruby has the being cheated, which is also, she has a lot of negative traits. Actually, let's celebrate the fact that we have actually been able to finish the water purification plant with another duplicate. So we already have a ranching person, also crop tending, not really something we need right now. Or maybe... no. Let's take Lindsay. Let's Let's rename her to another one from chat. So Soichiro94, you are now a unfortunate victim of the machine. Let's see. I should have I've written it correctly. Which means you will probably go into mechatronics engineering. Field research. Oh jeez. Oh, Ashes. You don't have a bed. Oops. Also, I'll place you on the schedule with Catalina. Yeah. Now they need to harvest the mealwood. Okay. Need to plan for further expansion and for further machinery. So what do I immediately need, like, in the near future? I need to work towards cooling, but that would require liquid tuning and fossil fuels, as I use petroleum as a cooling gas or cooling liquid. I need access to hydrogen I mean, which there isn't much of, but once I start oxygen production there will be. And with the amount of water I have around, I should be able to spec into it. And then I just need to focus on food. Okay. Should I start making a hatchery? Or a ranching place? That could be wise. Like this mealwood plantation, 12 recycles, so an average of 4 recycle. An average of 4 recycle, I think that gives me just a little under enough. We have the happy pip. And they laid an egg despite being overcrowded. Ah. Nice. Yeah. We're having some luck then. Okay, the research is complete. The input, the clean water line is here. Dirty water output is here. Why am I always the one on the treadmill? Don't I have anything more important to do? Oh well. I guess when I'm not doing the research, I'm not that important. Well, what then? The conduction panels will be important for the cooling system. I'll need to find minerals for them. That is the only problem. And I should go for a refrigerated, come to think of it. A refrigerator will allow me to have my food be refrigerated. And although that's not the same as deep freeze, it'll at least allow it to last a little longer. Damn. Let's see. Once they finish the lavatories, we'll destroy the outhouses, and then we'll work on exchanging the wash basins for sinks. Those are here, yes. Should I? Maybe I should invest in a hospital and a massage clinic. Wait. Where is she? There she was. Finish the bed, please. There you go. Finally you get your own bed. We're starting to fill up on Lyslow. Temperature. Yeah. Cool steam vents are quite useful. Actually, yeah, they're useful, but it takes a little work to get a proper setup working, and it requires a steam turbine. The steam turbine, it's always an issue. We have a cool zone. Unfortunately, there is a clear breach in the abyss light, so it's heating up. Colony achievement. I buy an entire branch. I kinda want to descend it down for the expansion into a ranch area, like have 3 plots here. But that would mean I'd have to... First of all, I'd have to excavate further down, and I'd have to probably breach one of the water supplies. The pip eggs are hatching soon. I'm spending quite a bit of time to just build this. Okay, it seems they're working a bit more on it. Okay, research is soon done. And once it is, I hope they can focus more on finishing the liquid pipes. I wish I could just hook like the water main straight up into the supercomputer, so that I didn't have to add water manually. It would save me some time. This. But yeah, I need to focus on the what's after now. I have not finished the research yet. I'd appreciate it if that happened soon. These don't seem to have laid any eggs. And that worries me, because if their eggs were destroyed the time I found the raw egg on the ground, that means I'll lose that small production buff. Although I need to decide how quickly I'm going to focus on the Rodriguez oxygen production. It requires refined minerals, unfortunately. And as I don't like to use the intended machine, as I feel like it creates much heat, it creates too much heat, then I have to find lead someplace, no, find refined minerals someplace else, where lead is what I tend to gravitate towards. Lead is found at the bottom in the oil biome, and there's lead and crude oil, which I'll also need for the petroleum. So essentially it has most of the things I need. Did I not unlock the park is a stage? And there it is. Great park sign, and then we'll have a little morale boost. Yeah. This is working all right. Although I wish you could finish off the laboratories soon. Kinda more or less the most important part of this whole toilet situation. Having the wild puffs just floating around is nice, because they'll make slime, which is an easier way to remove the polluted oxygen if there was any. And also they'll lay eggs, and when they die, I'll eat them. So wild creatures is just nice because they're wild, they die, they lay eggs, they manage to live life all on their own, unless they for some reason fall into the water, which unfortunately happens. And thus I'll be able to just live off of it. There won't be any problems. I'll be able to, like, if I get enough creatures, I could have to be a lot because they live for quite long. But if I had enough, then just them laying eggs, living, dying, all of that on their own would be enough for me to feed my duplicates on. Sustainability. It's like the problem with ranching these hatches, which used to be my main source of food, is that they eat a bunch of stuff, but I tended to feed them like sandstone or sedimentary rock, which unfortunately is a limited resource. The only other choice would have to be to feed them off like actual food, but I don't really want to feed them actual food for obvious reasons. Like, there might come the point where I can afford to feed them actual food. But until then, I'll have to feed them rocks. And you haven't just finished the lavatories, please. You'll get such a nice bathroom if you do. Blossom Seed. I won't be taking another duplicate for another while. Right, if I were to like trying to plan out the duplicate rooms, this is the main, then it's another 3, then it's 12. Like, this is probably the longest I'll make. Now this will be without... If I make this into one single room, it would possibly be easier to divide it in, because one room would be one bed and probably some decor items on either side, and then the doors. Now I don't remember the exact size of the comfy bed, but actually, it is 4 long, yes. So that would mean a decor item, bed, oh wait, decor item, bed, decor item, door, decor item, decor item, door, decor item, decor item, door. This is 4, yes. Decor item. Like, it wouldn't work properly. Like, two more than I'd actually need. Like, okay, if I take it the other end around, decor item, bed, decor item, and door, then I can have decor item, bed, decor item, and then another door in the middle here. And I mean, then they could just like get another tile of their bedroom, or an extra tile bedroom. That's not a huge loss. So I think I'll stick with this design for the private bedrooms later on. Nice. But please just finish it. Come on guys, it's not that difficult. And then once you have, you can start deconstructing these. Put them on the 7 as well. No eggs from these guys yet. Eesh. Okay, my plan for the expansion of the bathroom will allow me to add an extra lavatory and an extra sink. Have this built, and then tomorrow I should be able to remove the extra wash basins. And in here there is no problem with poisoning germs, but they are dying. Because surrounded by chlorine is 100% dead per cycle. Oh. That is... Yeah, it doesn't seem to say anything based on amount, so... And it's not that much chlorine. Okay, so just having the chlorine around is probably enough then. At least let's say at least 100 grams of chlorine per tile. Wait, have I used up all my copper now? Ah yeah, I have. Oopsie. I'll have to mine more of them. Four. And another 4. Or... Let's just remove this. No, I think it's going to complain about the oxygen when it turns over to the next day. Of course it did. I just remembered why it might be complaining about oxygen. When I designed this system, it was not made for 4 people. That might be the reason why it's struggling. Set direction left. Start merging these. What did a stinky here? Okay. Drainage and input. Have it built. And also empty out the polluted water, please. Nice. Set direction left. All of these are set to 6, I'll set the same for these. Finally. Once they have removed these tiles, we'll have a perfect washroom. It has a minimum size of 12 tiles. I assume that's because that it needs 12 tiles to have a lavatory and a sink. Okay, I've finished this tile now. I forgot my coffee. Ugh. Well, better late than never, I guess. Yeah, this is the Royal Flush achievement. What's the lifespan of a Paku? 25. Not too long. Seven, 17, 2. Just complaining, those guys. Nope, I think these have died out. I think those two eggshells belong to these guys. Hang on. Did they? Eesh. Stop dropping stuff into the lake, please. Call them out. Oh, there. I've started digging out this part. Oh, pipsqueaks. And this is now a nature reserve. What else would they want? Private bedroom. Yeah, that requires a comfy bed. A recreation room. Maybe I should invest in that. But for now I should figure out what to research next. Atmos sensor will be necessary later. Insulated tile is useful. I'll invest in the hydrogen generator. Well, wait, what does... I didn't actually read what the Oceania thing meant. So I know, now I don't really remember what it gave. I guess it means like there's oceans, but where? Where's the oceans it's talking about? Well, doesn't matter all that much. Slowly but surely we are filling the liquid reservoirs. We are doing well in terms of morale. Yeah. Everything is going fine actually. So also in terms of food we have been able to remain a lot more stable than I'd than I thought we'd be able to. I guess actually having a stable source of meal wood, or meal lice I mean, would be that impactful. What did this guy say? I just researched the internal combustion. I don't want to use the coal generator as it creates heat, at least not at this point. Once I set up the... what's it called again? Once I set up the oxygen production, it will output a lot of hydrogen due to the usage of the... I haven't researched it, but I'll use the electrolyzer, which will create both oxygen and hydrogen out of the water. I'll use the hydrogen to power the machine, and I'll use the oxygen to breathe. And at some point I might also use it as rocket fuel, if we get that far. Although it will take a bit of... it will take terrible luck or horrible oversights on my part to not reach or to not survive. Whether we'll be able to thrive is, you know, that's another question, but survival is almost guaranteed at this point. The Fimbulreed seeds I don't really need, I'll take the briar seeds. At some point I'd like to set up more... what's it called again? A decor for the duplicants that will mean plants, which is where the briar seeds will come in. The Abyssallite dying shine nymphs. No. It's a shame. Ah, wait, he became infected by food poisoning. How? Okay, the lice loaf has some food poisoning on it. Ugh. A shame. I have unlocked the electric drill, so let's build it. I don't believe we have meat yet, but in 2 cycles this hatch will die, and this one in 12. So we will be getting meat soon. Let's quickly check that we have nothing about to go off. Nope, the lice loaf will last a little while. How much meal lice do we have? Okay, it's not as much. I'll set it so that they are not allowed to eat vital ingredients. And I think that's important just to ensure that we don't run out of those ingredients. Wait, what's the lice loaf is terrible, but the pickled meal is grisly. at a later point I'll... Okay, the question is... What? Okay. That's happened, I guess. No. I will have to check how long the pickled meal lasts. If it is forever, then that is something I'll work towards late. Then something I'll work towards, because I won't be eating lice loaves forever. And if they're just going off whilst I'm eating other things, I'd rather have a backup source that actually lasts forever. Research complete. Hydrogen generated voltage sensors and such. What will I guess I'll take the air system just to have access to the electrolyzers. Sweep the polluted water. How is the okay, the temperature here seems to be fine. I need to watch out because if this goes above 30, that'll mean that my main source of meal lice will die out, which I can't allow. Is there a maximum size? 120 tiles. So 10 longer. No, wait. 12 times 4, that's 48. 96 is 2 rooms. Then add that like 20. Okay, I guess I could make this just all the way across here. But I don't know if I want to. JC just had to become sick. Well, he'll survive. Shouldn't be that long until the food poisoning is off. Wow. A bit too long. Yeah, this... So far it seems to be going quite well. We have a surprisingly stable and well-functioning colony. And there's nothing like I can think of that should be able to immediately break it, so I think I will end here for today. This was more of a I didn't have anything better to do, so I thought I could just play this. But it seems that people showed up, so this seems like this was kind of fun. So yeah, if you aren't following me and you enjoyed it, consider following. I might do this again. I'm not entirely certain when that will be, but this is a fun game, so I definitely want to stream it again. And there'll be more and more advanced things to do, so consider coming back if you'd like if you'd like a couple of tips and tricks, you could just come and watch. I am not creating anything new, but I know where to find them. So yeah. So, thanks for watching.